Greetings, world. Welcome to another Mental Rolodeck live featuring the Emancipate Show. Greetings, King.
Up top, late, real late bad. But such is life. Better late than never, right?
So, the topic is I reflect you. How am I shit?
Hmm. Well, kick it away and I join in. Why you reflect a person and that word shit.
Because that's the terminology utilized through the community of so-called black women when they're describing a man.
Where them say like well you're a piece of shit or
Yeah, that's a common terminology utilized by them. Either you ain't shit or you are shit. But I'm reflecting you.
I don't think a lot of people think you reflect one you reflect a person. I don't think they think that. If you ask me, a lot of people wouldn't understand the word when you say. A lot of people wouldn't understand the terminology. You reflect them. If you tell them that, because they might say, "Oh, me reflect you, and you are your own person, and you're your own entity." Or me can possibly reflect you, and you're your own. You're your own being.
Let me sum it up in a shorter in in short. My mom gave birth to me. I'm a representation of my mother.
All
I
right.
have her blood within me, and I even look like her. I reflect my mom. Uh, Shall I continue, or
Go on, go on.
they understand that when
We have to.
a when a woman when a woman call a man a piece of shit, she's basically stating the same thing to herself because all men came from a woman, right?
Mhm.
So that man is a representation of that woman. So within our community, you have males versus females or man versus woman, but that man is a representation of you and your representation of him.
Okay.
Period. There's no other ways to dress it up. There's no ways to go around it. There's no other way for you to inner, outer, over, or whatever form of standing to make you get that simple terminology. It is what it is. So all the names or views of a man also reflects you.
You see, when a woman say a man is a shit, I'm funny. It's funny you bring that up. Them always represent the word shit in a good way, like yo, that nigga is a shit. Or they be like, um, when they normally use it, sometimes it's because when they use the word shit to describe a person, it's sometimes coming from a good place, but when they disgruntle against the person, then they say you are POS. No,
What is that?
piece of shit. POS.
It you see, and that's how traumatized we are, bro, because we use these things to justify certain means to whatever ends we're trying to justify. And it don't matter. It's a low vibrational word, regardless of how you perceive it or
That
when
word
you perceive it.
Okay, that word the vibration, right? People, all right. When they use the word the vibration, right? I don't think that word should use you people should use that word to defy them. But you have you have your way, or you use the word low vibration or high vibration. I'm pretty sure they got you got that too, right? In your
Yeah,
arsenal, right? Right.
in my arsenal.
Yeah. But
Okay.
me not take no offense to words when a person use a word and you might say, "Oh, that word is a low vibration." It's just either one or the other. It's either this person is speaking down on you, or the person I go uplift you. Like, what is a low vibration? What's the definition of a low vibration word?
Um, a definition. I don't think that's what
Or
you
the
meant to
meaning,
say.
meaning of a low
So
vibration.
basically, people tend to use try a lot, right?
Right.
Um, to try for something is to never accomplish it. To want something is to never gain what you want. It's either you're willing or unwilling. Those are action words, right?
Mm.
So you're taking steps to gain what you want to gain. To try is to put it off and say, yo, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the frequency of the word is not as high as in when you say, like, I desire this due to the circumstance of the English slash Latin language, like what it actually means. Like, it's spelling, right? So that's where the vibrational terminology come from, right? So every time you open your mouth, due to the frequency of whatever words you're utilizing, it can either be elevated or detrimental to you because you're manifesting every time you open your mouth,
Mm.
right?
Right.
And these words have a deeper meaning. That's why I say, like, everyone should get like an etymology dictionary to know what certain things mean. Like within an etymology dictionary, you be like, yo, bro, your diamond white and gray sweater is nice, but in the dictionary, the word nice means foolish and stupid. So I'm saying, so that would be considered a low frequency word
So what differentiates the entomology dictionary from the
because it's the it's
website?
the origin. It's the origin of words. It's the original dictionary. Like to put it up, to sum it in a nutshell, it's kind of like you have the Old Testament and the New Testament. In the Old Testament, it says that eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth, right? In the New Testament, it's like love thy neighbor, right?
Mhm.
Or turn the other cheek. See the difference? So they watered down the New Testament because they sounded like, hey, if I tell him two for a two, he might rise up against me or whatever, whatever. So they made it more, you know.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so that's what it means. Like we see our frequency, we hear our frequency, and so on and so forth like that. Everything has to do with frequency when it comes to us.
Okay. Cool. But all right, if I don't feel like a person could use any kind of frequency or speak down to me, because in my mind, I'm built for whatever is thrown at me. No matter, I always say consistency will always work. Character is also a part of that too. So
Mm-hmm.
if you stay upon the straight and narrow, and your character never change, no matter what people throw at you, I don't think that word frequency applies to me. Even though this generation of people is very brittle, and them not built for certain things. You ever hear somebody say somebody speak down to a person, or they're beating down on them, or yeah, you just say frequency words that you use.
Mm-hmm.
Like if me say I'm gonna try, I'm gonna try. That means me I go put an effort to it. Now if me say me can't do it, I may never try,
Same
then
same thing.
true, but me have to make sure say me put my mind and my wits to whatever me I do so me can get whatever action me need to get done to be my reality. No?
Okay, here's an example, and I know you're kind of like swaying the subject, but here's the reality, right?
Mine or yours?
For you, you're gonna try, right? So you take um all right, I'm like, hey Brooks, open the door. But the door is hard to open, right? So you put one hand on the door and you pull, it didn't open. That's you say you're trying, right? Me saying I am willing to open this door, I'm going to stand there until the door is open, push and push until the door is open,
But
right?
what if you're not successful?
If I'm not successful,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna move till I make forth that effort.
But if you not
I'm
work out,
listen to the word. I am willing to open that door.
but what if you do not open?
It will open one day.
You have got to try and try and try until you get
Nah,
successful.
nah, nah.
Look, you see, sometimes we try certain things, or well, you don't use the word try. Sometimes we go at things and it might not work out at that moment. Yeah, we know we try, but sometimes it's not the right moment for whatever you need to get done, get done.
There is no right moments, bro. It's either you do or you don't. Simple. There
But if
is
you
no
just
so willing. So I am willing falls into that. Either I do, either I'm unwilling or am I willing. Either I do or I don't. There is no there. People keep saying that. Oh, I'm waiting for the right time. I'm waiting for the right time to find me a husband. I'm waiting for the right time to get the right job. I'm waiting for the right time to get this car. I'm waiting for the right time to get that so I can be happy and blah blah blah.
right,
There is no right time. The
but you
time
know,
the,
but
the
you,
time comes when you make forth the effort and you take action.
But you know
Period.
what? You know what? You know why they say the right time sometimes? Because I think sometimes it's because whatever they're trying to get done is not matured. I'll give you an example. I have an investment, right? I mean, I said to myself, say, if this if this don't come through at the appointed time, I'm gonna be stuck where I'm at. It's not matured yet. When people say the right time is, I think they say it based upon certain things are not in place for them to bust a move.
But things are never in place
Well, oh
whenever you play with luck and you take action.
no,
Good.
no, not luck. It's just
That's not what I meant. What I'm saying, whenever you take action, good luck will happen, bro.
good
Like
luck. What is good?
if
What's
which
luck?
I'm making this. What you mean? What is luck?
What is luck? Oh, you
Yo,
that?
stop
Oh,
switching. Listen, at the end, listen. We're not gonna do this, bro. At the end of the day, it says, "I reflect you. How am I shit?" Basically, what that means is, if all men came out of a woman,
right.
right?
Uh-huh.
How she speaks to that man reflects her as well. Kind of like how we run around as if to say that we don't represent each other. We're individuals, but we do represent each other because they look at us as one. No matter based off of the carbon in your skin, they look at you as one, but we're not one. So based on what she say out her mouth, when she say out her mouth, when she feels, because we know she's moving off emotions and that's her
Right.
superpowers, whatever,
Right.
right? If I wasn't shit when I was digging you out, basically, and doing what I was doing, spending, so on and so forth. And here I am doing something else. Now or I broke your heart in some way, shape, or form. Now I am, but I'm still a representation of you.
I, she has to know herself in order for the to I would say, in order for to not use that kind of word, I would say should have to know herself as far as like, okay, how am I gonna communicate with this person? Because sometimes you talk with to some of these females, and they might sound a little bit salty, and if they sound salty, they're gonna come at you in a certain in a particular way where they try to speak down to you. So yeah, they could praise you 1 minute, and then the next minute they could speak down on you. So how you navigate yourself around that where you don't get called a piece of shit?
Bro, it's an excuse we utilize too many times, right? Because it doesn't matter what you do, how you fulfill the request that's asked by most females. I'm not gonna say all.
Mm-hmm.
They're never satisfied. They get bored with things and they go on to the next one. Kind of like the grass is green on the other side type of scenario. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I become a piece of shit when I don't move to the beat of your drum,
Or
or
they don't get what they want.
they don't get what they want.
Yeah.
But like I said, I wasn't a piece of shit when I had you on your back, doing what I make how Ali Berry say it, make you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a piece of shit then, and we're not even going to talk about um, submitting, because that's another form of submitting as well. And hey, any females out there that has an opinion that feel like they want to balance out the show, hit me in the inbox and I'll send you the link.
They're not
You know,
gonna
because
do
I
that.
don't want this to seem
Like
one sided or
right,
whatever.
two guys are salty. That's what
Yeah,
they're gonna say.
or they be like, one of the most, not all, or one of the terminology they uses is who hurt you.
Yes, that one. They
Clearly,
always use that one.
clearly, one of your compatriots hurt me because I'm speaking on women. That's kind of stupid. Somebody got to hurt me for me to speak on women. Like,
Well, men are not allowed to have feelings, or they're not allowed to speak from a vulnerable place because you're a man, and that makes you less of a man.
it makes you less of a man.
Yes.
Huh. And another thing too, like falling into this category, like, oh, your shit, is another thing that's being utilized as well. Like, oh, you're not a real man. Wait, what?
What is a real man?
I mean, I was born with testicles. I was born this way. So am I not real? But to be politically correct, you're utilizing something that society told you, like, say for instance, a man is a provider, right?
Right.
And that's the number one thing. A man is a provider. So no matter where I go,
that means he's a giver.
Yeah, no matter where I go on a date, even if I initiate the date as a woman, he got to pay for it.
Right out the gate.
Everything I desire, he has to pay for it.
Right out the gate.
But then again, I will pay for these things, and you will sit right in front of me texting like, oh, I don't mess with this dude, but at least I'm getting a free dinner from it. Disrespecting the very man that's paying for the meal that you're pretty much eating, right? Then you turn around, most women, not all, and disrespect the very man that builds mostly everything that you utilize today. Whether it's in your space, whether you're driving it, whether you're watching it, or whatever, like, because men builds the world.
And women spend the money.
No, naturally, I'm not going to sit here and come off a certain way.
No,
like,
but it's true. Give me something.
Number one consumers.
Give me Woman are the biggest spenders, just to let you know that. Because a man with a night house and him now go shop, woman are go spend the money.
This is off your experience, right?
No, this is just facts. Give me something. Give me something that woman make.
The security system in your house.
Woman make that. Which woman make that? ADT.
Yeah, and she made the security system.
Well, me not a security system. Me just have a
But you know what I'm talking about. Don't be
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
be
no.
don't be
No,
don't,
me know. Me
don't
just
come
have a
off funny.
machine. Me have a machine behind the door. If somebody come in, just pieces just fly off.
Okay, so look, this is what I was saying to you, right?
Yeah.
So, and this would be low frequency. So, in the etymology dictionary, I wish I could share the screen so we can search it. Right? An etymology dictionary, you search it. And basically, nice is an adjective, right? And late 13th century, this is when it was conjured. It means foolish, ignorant, frivolous, senseless. Old
Nice.
French. Yes, nice.
Isn't nice supposed to be something that's good?
How do I share my? Hold on for a second, bro. Hold on.
Oh, yeah,
Keep talking.
Yeah. But all your is that not make no sense at all. If all of them something they just say a while ago.
Everything has an origin, bro.
Me can't relate to that.
You can't relate to it because you don't know, because they switch things up every year. They switch up the meaning of a word, right? That's why you can't relate to it. It wasn't taught to you.
Nice.
I'm going to show you just a second.
From my understanding,
it's a good thing, right?
It is a good thing from my understanding. Not only it's a good thing. Like if somebody spits some hot bars or something like so, you'd be like, yo, that nigga is nice.
To you, that's what you think it means. How do I share my screen?
You told me how to.
I taught you how to do it, but
see there down my button, so.
No, I get that. Okay, so let's see if this works. Entire screen. Sheesh. Let's see.
That thing looks so confusing when you do
that,
it.
Right?
Yeah. It just looked like some 3D shit, whatever.
Can you see this? You can see the search box?
Yeah, I see that now.
Okay, you see that? So I'm searching, right? So hold on. Let's see if you can see this. You can see this, right?
No, I can't see that.
You can't see this?
That thing looks scribble scrabble.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put it. I'm just gonna copy and paste it because the sharing off one screen is not. It's not working.
They need to work on that.
Yeah, we gonna work on that. So I'm gonna. I think I know how it works now. Hold on for a second. So basically, you have to use the same. You have to utilize the same screen that you're in, like, or the same search engine, basically. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what's your thought on that? Like,
no, that word "nice" just don't make no sense to me. The way you said the etymology dictionary use it.
Etymology,
Etymology. And a female should never call a nigga a piece of shit, especially if he's trying to do right by her. And like I said before, most of them don't want a Tupac. They want a Tupac. They don't want a Will Smith. I'm not salty.
Explain.
And I'm not hurt.
Explain.
No, it's just from my knowledge, what I say with women nowadays, they just appreciate the guys them that just don't care about them. Look, before me find somebody, right? I like women that when me treat bad, then love me, then care much about me. And the minute you settle, you're considered a sucker, are weak, are they just don't rock with you like that. The level of love them have for you is just different. You know what I'm saying? Intermission. He's talking to his kids.
Keep going, bro.
Yeah. So basically, me, I feel like when you say you love them and you care for them, you're considered weak. When you're effed up person, it just works well. Look on may I give you an example. Look on August Alsina, right? Look on
Mhm.
Tupac. Two of them in a Jada Pickett hole, right? And she have Mr. Right in front of her. She's dying over Tupac, dashing a pussy to August Alsina, right? But she can't appreciate a good man that's in front of her, right? This is why I say we're definitely not the same, and I don't think we're on the same frequency when shit like that is happening. You feel me?
Mhm.
Females can learn to appreciate a guy. She can't appreciate greatness when it's in front of her. It just doesn't work.
Well, she would say, "What makes you great, though?"
Turn on a night. Oh, what? I mean, nice in the background.
They downstairs. Um, so like,
Them, they just can't give a good man his flowers. The only time a female can actually appreciate a guy, a good guy, is when you let her go. And when you let her go, she gets dogged the fuck out. And then she starts reflecting on, yo, he was bad. He had his ways, but he was a good dude after all. And then you get that phone call back, which that piece of shit that you were before when she was with you, she starts to appreciate you. Your mic is muted.
why you got to go through all of that in order to be appreciated, though? Not all, certain. Let's not.
Be- because sometimes the female literally don't know herself. You said today you want a covenant of woman that's balanced, right?
You know,
I said this to you today, right? Relationship is not rocket science. You don't have to have a degree in order for you to be in a relationship. It's just common sense. Common sense. Like if you know say you're there with somebody, if you can't study to find out if them are cheap, why you don't study on how to build with them, grow with them, encourage them, stand by them, build them. Those things don't matter. But if it's something negative, oh, you're all over it. People need to understand themselves, also know themselves, so them can have a better aspect on how to treat or deal with people.
so all right, I could not, for the like of me, share the screen where you can see this, but you should be able to see this now. See the definition of that of nice.
Yeah.
See what exactly?
Adjective: foolishness, ignorant, flavorous,
No,
senseless,
frivolous.
frivolous, frivolous,
Yeah,
French,
senseless, right?
careless, clumsy, weak, poor, needy, simple, stupid, silly, foolish. That don't make no fucking sense to me.
Why don't it make sense to you?
Because nice just don't come off as that. Hear the
Okay,
word nice.
so basically every word has an origin. Before Webster came forth and started changing up the meaning and the definitions of word every year. The etymology dictionary is the original meanings and definition of words.
Tell
So
the, tell the kids lower their voice.
this is why I say words have frequency, and some using some are low frequency words, basically.
Well, I'm glad website did a job by changing, because I mean, I know how nice is gonna be foolish. Nice because you're nice, you're foolish. Oh my God! Because you're nice, you're ignorant, you're frivolous, you're senseless, careless, clumsy, you're weak.
You know what's funny? Since we're gonna keep changing the subject. So this is the funny thing that, and this happens to so-called blacks all the time, right? So when they say you don't know how to read, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean you can't reflect the words. This is what they're speaking about, right? Because on one hand, they have the original wording and format for whatever words being utilized. And on the other hand, they gave you the dumbed down version of that word. That's why we can be deceived and be laughed at when it comes to certain things. Because we always gravitate to the lesser of things. So here you are, I'm giving you the definition of the original meaning of what nice is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's in front of you. You see it, but you still don't, you're still not gravitating. Like you still can't believe it. Like you're still trying to put it in your mind like, nah, yo, this is not what it is, yo. It don't even work for me. But this is the truth in front of you. And that's the issue with us as a people, because we tend to do that a lot. But it doesn't benefit us. It only hurts us in the long run. And it gives you all the predates and when the word was conjured and the origin of it. See what I'm saying? Like that's the crazy thing that kind of like the conversation we having when we speak on most females. They're stuck within the illusion, not knowing the power they actually have to change certain things, not of themselves alone, but of the society that they're in and the male figures that they're around. Because males follow the females.
Yes, true.
A lot.
So let me ask you a question, right? If let's say your woman kick off, right? If she call you a piece of shit, you're all right with that? Or if she goes and say, Jaden, you have your ways, but you're nice.
I know what that means too. So I'm not gonna accept none of them. But if she's willing to learn and we're willing to grow together,
so you're gonna tell her.
I'm gonna tell her the truth.
That word, don't use that word nice with me.
Yeah, it don't resonate with me. Like this is the true meaning of the word. That's man. We have to. The thing is, we all bring forth something to the table, right? And what I bring to the table may not be what you bring to the table, but we should be able to swap what we bring to the table to elevate each other. And I think I've said this on a live before. If you're a janitor, be the greatest janitor you can be. But let's be honest with each other. You see what I'm saying? Let's help each other grow. Here I am fighting a female when all men came from a female, right? And vice versa. All women have a son. True. But yet you're upset and being emotional. Now I'm a piece of shit. Somebody that looks like me broke your heart. Now I'm a piece of shit. Now all man is a piece of shit. Versus the actual person that actually broke your heart. Hold that person accountable. Don't shun the world and now go on a hating spree for men because one guy hurt you. Heal from that and deal with that situation pertaining to that dude.
But while we're on the piece of shit topic, you know, a lot of times people, men too, we don't, the reason why we, when we get out of relationship, a lot of times we don't take time to heal from that. We just move on, right? And if you keep on running the same kind of people, yeah, everybody's going to be a piece of shit to you. Everybody that hurts you, especially if they're black, you're going to say they're a piece of shit. And just to let you know, if you keep getting hurt and you keep giving your love away and everybody's a piece of shit, more than likely you're gonna be like, you know what? F it. I'm just gonna be gay. We have to say about that.
Yo, listen. Yo,
I'm glad we can make you laugh.
yo.
I'm glad we can make you laugh.
Yo. Oh man. Holy shit. Listen. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a licensed doctor, but what I realize is through my experience, I used to go around and blame everybody, right?
Right. Everybody's a piece of shit.
Yo, man. Yeah, so keep playing the victim and acting like I wasn't at fault myself.
But it looked good.
But
Everybody like,
when I took accountability,
but it looked good. Listen, the person would tell the story, they sound believable, and the victim, everybody want to hear the victim side. Everybody want to know why the victim called everybody a piece of shit. It look good. It looks good. You look good when you say everybody that hurt me is a piece of shit. But
yeah,
carry on.
okay. So what accountability did for me was elevated me beyond the victim mentality. When I took accountability, it showed me who was really, we need to stop saying that too, who was the actual culprit or person to blame per se. It was my fault why everything transpired how it transpired, right? There were things that I could have changed within that circumstance that would have made the situation greater, minus what whosoever she was going through at whatever time she's going through, whatever. She has to work on that, right? But my accountability had me changing my approach on a lot of things, right? On, say for instance, like even a relationship, you know how like one of the craziest thing, like, yo, it was your fault. You were aiming to bring me down. You were aiming to do this. Can't nobody bring you down. Like I said earlier, every time you open your mouth, you're manifesting what you want. We don't look at it, but the universe is granting us what we desire every time we open our mouth. Yeah, so whatever words you utilize is affecting you.
Yeah, but when they use the word in low frequency, it is bringing a person down.
Low frequency is bringing a person down?
Yeah, because it's that's your word. I mean,
it's not my word. It's an actual word.
Right, but when a person uses low frequency with the next person, that is tearing them down. If they say, "Oh, you're a piece of shit," you're not going to turn out to. All those are low frequency words. All those are negative emotions that you're putting on the next person.
Okay, but don't you think utilizing low frequency is more acceptable than to say you're a piece of shit?
They're all the same thing, but just
they're not. They're not. They're not. They're not. Think about it.
I'm thinking
Yeah, let it resonate. They're not the same thing.
low frequency and being a piece of shit is not the
It's not
same
the same
thing.
thing.
I don't know.
Not in the context. Not in the context you're aiming to use it. But I get
No.
what you're saying.
Yeah, you're telling a person that they're a piece of shit, and you're using low frequency word. You're beating down on that person. Wait. Rainbow community say you're punching down on the person. You're punching down on the person.
Yeah, let's wait. Let's touch base on that, right? Do you notice? Did you? They utilize the rainbow, right?
Mm-hmm.
But do you know they flipped it? It's supposed to be the other way, like right side, the way it's structured.
They flip
They
it up.
flipped, yeah, they flipped it to benefit them. But you know, those colors not only represent the rainbow, but the rainbow represent all the chakras within your body.
Yeah.
Sidebar. Continue.
Right. So may I say, when you use a person is a piece of shit and you use low frequency where you're basically punching down on them. Aren't you?
Punching down?
Yeah, or beating down on them or
no.
No.
Low frequency is any frequency between 30 and 300 kilohertz.
You gotta give measurement. You give a measurement. All right. Even so, right? Let's say the person get hurt, right? How you feel about the person getting hurt, jumping from relationship to relationship, give him or her giving her love to the wrong person, and it don't work out, and she just blaming every fucking body, and then she just switch, or he just switch.
What do I feel about that? I actually don't feel anything because I don't attach myself to certain things because that's the same thing. That's the same thing she should do. But to touch base on what you're saying, first of all, we need to give ourselves time to actually flush certain things out of our system. So for a man, I would say he needs to go sit in the sun, meditate more. Like, take a deep breath. Like, learn how to detach from that. And it's crazy because whenever we attach ourselves to things, is that we're at a state of being unbalanced, right? Mm-hmm. Because we don't know who we are. So we go out and we use like words like love and shit. But when we use love, we don't realize it attach lust to it. And sometimes we are in love with the lusting of whatever that person brings. So to the point we'll see the red flags. You know what I mean? Like, she did some shit and you overlook it because the sex is good.
Right. But let me tell you how the female get it out of her system. No, man, we start with the male first. You know, the male get it out of his system, that toxicity, and you fuck it out of his system. All of them gallery come to him, them bitches is gonna pay.
But look,
the woman know, you know, she get it out of her system. I can't fuck with niggas. Niggas say shit.
But that's not getting it out of her system.
But that she gotta blame. Somebody gotta take the blame.
But even when she blamed that person, it's still not getting it out of the system. I've learned by dealing with a specific woman on how you get certain energy out of the body. She will fast. She would go on a sexual cleanse for 90 days.
What?
Yeah. I'm telling you, this is a female gonna put me onto this. One, she will detox her vaginal. That's one. Two, she start cleansing through meditation and so on and so forth. for 90 days. I've learned when a female say have sex with a male today, curse the male today, then jump again and have sex with the next male, whatever those males left or gave off that stress. You said earlier, he said he expressed himself through having sex, whether it's positive or negative, she's internalizing that because she's a receiver.
But what if him just jump in there 2 seconds and come back out? How that go?
It's the same thing. He's transferring something to her. She's receiving whatever he's transferring. So that stays with her unless she knows how to cleanse herself and get rid of it. So sometimes when you see most females acting a certain way, she's not just acting like that because of herself alone.
Yeah, but most women don't know if it do their stuff there.
But that's why you need other women, other females to basically hold them accountable and teach them how to get rid of them things.
No man, not depend that.
Bro, it's the same way men need to hold other men accountable because we do some fuck shits too.
Nah.
The same way we want to go around and talk about the female this and the female that. And yeah, you're reflecting her and she's reflecting you, but you're bringing harm to her and she's bringing harm to you. So y'all both on some fuck shit. If you want to speak the truth. Because on one hand, you calling her a bitch, she's this and she's that, she's a hoe, she's that. But you slept with the same amount of women to men ratio she slept with. But she's the hoe, and you're good. You're a pimp. You're a playboy.
I'm a Mac.
You're a playboy. You're a Mac. You
nice.
see how asinine that shit is?
I'm
that
nice.
Shit is stupid. So if you really want to be honest, we're emitting the same bullshit we put on the female.
Probably.
Yo, you got to put the left to the right with the right in order to wash your face. But why I look at female a certain way is because as men, if you're a straight man, you gravitate to her more than anything else. Even when you have money, you gravitate to her. And she might gravitate to your money. But you do certain things to appease to her. But in today's society, we're competing with each other. Men is doing shit to appease with men, and women is doing shit to appease with women. That shit is backwards. That shit is not balanced.
It's who can outdo who.
Yeah, why would I want to outdo you when you have what you have and I have what I have? You're great at what you do, and I'm great at what I do. Let's bring that shit together and elevate, right? But yet, I'm aiming to knock you out of the park. And we're killing each other. Like, take for instance, and take a moment to say rest in peace to, what's the rapper? What's the name of the rapper? Young Dolph, right?
Yeah, I never listened to his music.
I mean, I haven't, but he's still a, you know what I mean, a young god. Like, they just took him out of his avatar. He was doing so much for his community. There was so much people relying on him, right?
We're going off topic. Go ahead.
I understand, sidebar. I understand that he speaks a certain way in his music, and he pretty much, what you call it, materialized whatever he materialized. Mm-hmm. But there's plenty of people counting on him. So on the camera, you have other black men that took away this black man's life, right?
You're good at that.
Yeah, but they took away the opportunity every other people was getting, and I'm pretty sure they were carbon-based and so-called black too. So here you have 100. Say this is roughly saying he has his kids, his wife, and the community looking forward to what he brings to the community, like jobs, whatever. And here you go, somebody, you know what I'm saying? They took away his life. That's kind of like cutting off your nose to spite your face. And we're good at that shit.
We need to talk about rappers on our next topic. But, I'm just going to say this when it comes to this young Dolph thing. See the kind of music that you make, gonna make them come check you out. They're gonna test your gangster.
Low frequency.
Also, no, that's not low rate frequency. That's facts. I'm gonna give you another example.
Yeah.
What kind of music Kanye West make?
Based on what? He makes rap music too.
Right. But you hear Kanye West say, I'm gonna pull up on him, I'm gonna shoot somebody in my GDK or BDK or
I'm pretty sure he drew. I'm pretty sure he had drawn reference to certain things, but I've never
right.
heard him
But
actually embody it.
no, him not live them kind of thing that Kanye West make good music.
Cool.
I'll give you another rapper again. Common, right? This is sidebars. Common, right? What kind of music Common make?
Conscious. He's a backpack artist. He's lyrical. Yeah.
All right. Look for Most Def. What kind of music Most Def make?
Mostly poetry, backpack rapper. He speaks a lot of truth in his music.
Okay. I might just give you two more rappers that's currently alive, and you tell me. Nas, even though I don't like him, nor and Jay-Z, I'm not too crazy about him neither. But they make music, rap music, right? But they're not their art is not imitating the life that they're living. When you make the music that these guys make, Young Dolph, Pop Smoke,
anymore. Let's not be hypocritical. Jay and Nas do make gangster music.
They do make
anymore.
Music, but they're not but they never live that kind of life.
Jay actually spoke about shooting his brother, which is an actual fact.
Yeah,
and selling drugs to his mom. So
I understand, but they're not living that kind of life.
Now.
So no, they never lived that. Nas never lived that kind of life. Jigga never. They sing stories of it, but they never live any of it. These people are living it, and when you live it, they're gonna come look for you. You're giving them an open invitation to come check you out. So when they make these kind of music, just know they're gonna come check your gangster. And as a matter of fact, as a sidebar, they got this record company called Empire Distribution. He has insurance on all these artists that's dead. XXXTentacion, MO3, King Von, and Young Dolph. All four is dead. And Empire is laughing his way going to the bank.
So my mind, I have a weird mind, bro. So I don't know how factual what you said is. But say it is. Say it allegedly. Say it is. It is factual. Matter of fact, screw facts. All facts are opinion. So opinion based anyway. So say it's the truth, right? Wouldn't that come off funny to you? Knowing that you're worth more dead than alive? That would look kind of sketchy, right? Like, no?
It would. But you know what I always say? If you're in the streets, you should always have life insurance. Always. You have life insurance, I have life insurance, but we're not street life people. We're 9 to 5 people. You feel me? So these rappers that's moving out here like this, they should always have life insurance. You know what I'm saying? Always. And they're not put life insurance on themselves. They're dying broke and they're not leaving anything for their family.
With him though, and I'm not gonna stay too long on this, but with him though, evidently I get alleged based on what they say. I don't know how truth it is, but like what he would do, he would buy like his kids a house like every year. Right? So he was investing into his family and making sure they were great while working on his community. You know, so I can't say he died broke or whatever. What I can say,
no,
what
he didn't.
what
He
I
didn't
can
digress.
say is, us as a whole, as Aboriginals, whatever tickles your fancy. If you want to call yourself black, not go for it. But as Aboriginals, or the original man of this planet, I would say that we have a distaste for each other.
Oh,
And
fact.
I don't know if it's the fact that we don't like ourselves, so it's hard to like the next person that looks like you, but we compete with each other due to how society structure society, right?
Just speaking about life insurance versus what they show on TV and IG. That's a good look. You should get life insurance, Miss McLeod. Get that life insurance. Doesn't matter how small or big it is. Get it. You never know.
Yo, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it shows, like, even a simple topic we're speaking on, how most females look at men and how men look at females, right?
Mhm.
We're at odds with each other, but we're stronger together. I plant my seed and you bear the fruit of my seed. You carry a whole different existence into this realm through your body. You're a portal, right? But yet you turn around and curse the existence that you bring out your portal through the fact that the dad might do you wrong, or whosoever else do you wrong. You curse that existence. And then
you gotta
on
remember.
top, but peep the bullshit. Then on top of it, when your reflection, which is your child, gets older, due to the knowledge you bestowed upon him, or how many times he hear you say his father not shit, or you hypersexualize him or demasculate him by telling him, hey, oh, you a pretty boy, you gonna get all the girls. Now he grow up getting all the girls, not doing what he's supposed to do towards that girl or that woman, and now you want to scold him. But you've been giving him all this shit throughout the whole time he was growing up. So he grew up viewing women a certain way. Like, yo, they're just a tool to be used and sleep with, and I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of them, right? Or he grew up not liking his father, or you never gave his dad the time of day to actually be and build it in his kid's life. No matter what a man brings forth to the table, if a man spends like 2, 3 hours with his child, that's a major difference. That's something.
But females don't want that. They don't want the guy that's gonna. Some females don't want the guy that's gonna spend the 2, 3 hours with him, because he's, in her mind, he's a piece of shit.
But you're cursing that man. You're cursing the child too.
They don't look at it like that. That's just the beef between them and the father. They don't look at it like that,
bro. It doesn't matter how they look at it. The truth is the truth.
Yeah,
you're cursing the child. You're hurting the child. Then you turn around, you cause that child pain. Then you turn around and say, "Hey, I love you." That shit don't make sense.
I got to.
That's why I rather the word. That's why I rather the word value. That's why I use the word value, because the actions behind valuing someone is way better.
Good. Keep them for you and your son. You need that. And if you could take out a third, someone look at them as soft. Yeah, that's true.
True. Because most of the time, most women don't allow a man to express themselves or to be what a man's supposed to be. Like, if you go back on what I said earlier, they're just providers. No, a man is not just a provider.
They're banks.
No,
they're banks.
A man. Did you see the Halloween costume? Did you see the Halloween costume with the family? The kids were the money, and the father was the ATM machine.
He's banks, man, or banks.
So to make a point, when a man has peace and a man knows himself, a man is more than a provider. He's a creator. He's a poet. He's somebody's son. He's an architect, right? He's love. He's energy. He's all of these things.
But when does a female see that though?
Bro, let's speak on them. A female is way more powerful than they actually put out to be.
Yeah,
but they label themselves as bad bitches. They're independent. Let's speak on it. You're independent, right? Because you do shit for yourself. But 90% of the things you utilize was created by a man.
Yeah,
the house you're living in was created by a man.
Yeah,
the car you drive was created by a man. Certain food that you put within your system was created by a man. Even the dildo that you utilize when you sleep with your girl is mimicking a man. It was created by a man.
Who created pad? Sidebar.
Bro.
Who created that?
Bro, you talking about sanitary napkins. Proper terminology?
No, pad.
Who was the invent? It's called a sanitary napkin. Proper terminology. Oh, man.
Who created that?
Yo.
That must be a man. So they see what they're mentally beat up. Yeah, they sure is mentally beat up. Who created that? Man? Found it?
No, it wasn't a man. So you gotta give, bro. That's why I said we can't take away what the female does, bro. The female has contributed and have done some powerful things. Most females invented a lot of things we utilize today. I'm talking about like the external stuff of society, right? It was created by Mary Beatrice Davidson, an Aboriginal woman.
Man, you never heard about that on TV.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, side note, like even when, our history is so vast, you cannot celebrate it within a month. Why do we have a month to celebrate a Martin Luther King or a Malcolm X when there's way more people? But yeah, that was just a side note. Let's stay on track. What Queen said, mentally, we're abused and beat up, and insecurity plays a part, right? So I'm gonna use this example. Most, not all, think if they act a certain way, they will gain certain things, right? Like most want to live in their insecurities.
It's comforting, actually.
Illusion.
It's comforting.
And think it's normal.
And it's comforting.
What's comforting about pain? When nobody's around, are you still hurting?
Sure. But
how is that comforting? To lie every time you see somebody to make it seem like you're doing well and fine. But when you go home, you're crying. You're probably on the floor.
That's in the privacy of your home. You're crying. But
you're hurting.
But the illusion of it is, it feels good. It's good. Good. It's good.
I don't get that. So like I said, man, I know we're talking about women, but men reflects what they learn. And it's not right for men to stand there, record a video while his reflection is getting her ass kicked, or an attempt on her life is actually happening, but you're recording it. And vice versa. Accountability changes the action within the fucking illusion that we walk in day to day.
You see, what you're not looking at is just you're like a small percentage on the chart that sees the problem, but it's up to the individual if they want to work on the problem and fix it and take accountability for it.
I said that earlier.
Yes. And it's coming back again until that person, you know, I'm going to say this before we wrap. One of the things, one of my biggest problem with women is that most of the time they
Some
have,
women, right? Not
yeah,
all
well,
women.
not all women, some women, well,
Okay.
most women. One of my biggest problem with women is you got a good dude and you will never give him his flowers until he's not there no more. It's either he's dead or you mentally abuse him. You speak down on him, and then when he's no longer there, then you're going back and says that piece of shit that I cussed out was a good piece of shit. I wish that piece of shit was with me right now.
Yo, you know what? Um, in a better world, I would love for us to just extend an olive branch and
Thank you, Latasha. Letitia.
give some form of just respect. Like work on even with your partners 3 times a week, 3 times out of the week. Give a compliment. Just
Uh,
one. Just start with one compliment.
I'm gonna tell you something
Let me finish this point. Hold that thought.
right.
We are we are beings that flows and men. I'm talking queen, woman. Give your man a compliment. Like we move off of, like we get a rush off of gratitudes or compliments. Like when your women say, um, thank you or great job. Even though we may not show it at that moment, it's like we're laughing inside. And it's like we get an extra strip. And it's like we value you a little bit more. That's all I wanted to say. Go ahead, King.
Nah, I just feel that if you got somebody good, male or female, you should give them their flowers. You
Every
should
day?
every day.
Every day.
Let it be something that people, what they say, normalize. People should normalize certain things, because a lot of things that we have is not value. Like one girl said to me today, say, "Oh, I want a big ass wedding, and this is that and the third." And I said, "You know what's crazy, sweetie? You don't need a big wedding. You just need a wedding, because
Did
when
she
you
get that?
I don't think she got it yet. But when you do all these big ass wedding and shit like that, they don't last half the time. They don't last. But people should normalize giving each other compliments. They should normalize better communication, and people should really normalize that a relationship should transcend sex. Because let's say she got some pum pum problem, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? So you should
yo,
you should
yo,
look at. I'm just saying you should look at the female beyond just sex. Look at
yo.
her for just her being her, you being you, and you guys are just good friends. When the relationship is more friendly, it it becomes less about sex and more about the person.
Peep this. Peep this. And stop bringing over the conditions you learned from your parents into your present
Oh, that
situation.
needs to stop.
That's where the issues come into play, because you were instilled with certain things as a child. Yes, certain things do flow. Like I feel like if a female come over and she slept and I get up out the bed and she spread it, that's a plus. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to cook and so on and so forth and be clean and so on and so forth. I get that. Those are certain principles that would never go away. But what I mean by we tend to reflect the principles like our dads and mothers did. Because the reason why most of y'all say a man is a piece of shit is because you grew up seeing your mom saying certain things about your father, and vice versa. We gotta eliminate that. So if we find someone that we're willing to suffer with, because the relationship is a suffering, because no matter how long you live with a person, you will never know them. You learn new things daily. So when people say, "Oh, I know you," that's bullshit, because you don't know yourself. So how you gonna know me but you don't know you? Study you. You know what I'm saying? We got to remove those conditions that we bring forth to our current situation. And when we do that shit, we won't have any issue. We start to see the person for them, like, oh shit, oh Jermaine do that, yeah, that. Oh, he's showing you what he does, but you're overlooking. You have this shit in your mind, like, I'm gonna make this nigga into a king. He got the like dude. Like I was watching the video with Carlos Miller, I think from shout out to him from what's that with Nick? What's that show with Nick? Wildin' Out, right?
Yeah.
Carlos said women be billing niggas as superheroes in their mind. Like they be billing a perfect super nigga. Like, yo, this nigga is Diesel. He has superpowers. He got money. He got the 2 houses. He got the cars. You come with an expectation that's out of this world, but you don't meet half the freaking expectation you have for the man that you want. Are you crazy?
Nah, they just bring pussy and personality.
You telling me you deserve lobster and filet mignon when you're used to ramen noodles?
Well, that's what that pussy and personality brings forth.
And to touch base on the wedding, half the time a lot of y'all want the man to bust his pocket and put on a big ass wedding. It's for a show, for the people that's coming to the wedding.
You're paying
right?
Then
after he paid 50 to 60,000 or whatever he pays for this wedding, when it's time to go on the honeymoon, y'all broke. Or if it's time to purchase a house, y'all can't purchase a house, y'all struggling because y'all spent all this money on the wedding. Oh yeah, in my Remy Martin voice, are you dumb? That shit makes no sense.
Yeah. They do it all the time, man.
We gotta make greater decisions, man.
Better decision.
Half the shit, like dude know he can't afford it. He took shorty to a big ass restaurant.
Just
no,
to
he
make
can't afford it.
Yeah.
Now,
you're better off in this stay home and cook or some.
Yeah, cook the meal. It's cheaper. Get the meal, set the ambiance, and put all that shit together. Tell her to come over, fam. You know what I'm saying? Do a picnic in the living room, blood.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? She spent all this money on. She has beautiful hair. She's wearing a wig. She has beautiful eyelashes. She's wearing cum blockers, and she has on all these makeups. But yet she wants you to love her for her. But when you go home and you finally have sex with her, it's not the same person you took home and had sex with.
Totally different.
It's a total different person. You lied to me. You're not the person I met.
Mm-hmm.
We need to come clean towards each other, yo. Make that the norm.
Take off the wig.
I mean, some women, I understand it. Like it's better for them. Like they don't have the time to keep doing their hair and shit.
Some of them are
sweat out.
Some of them are weird.
Bro, you have eyelashes out here, dog. And I guarantee 90% of them can't tell me why those eyelashes was created. So this broad
Why was it created though? I want to know
Listen,
that.
listen. So this broad ran a brothel, and men used to ejaculate in her face all the time. So she needed a means to remove the cum from her eyes. So she created those lashes. They're called cum blockers.
Oh.
And now it's a natural trend that our carbon-based woman utilizes and call it swag, a style, and call herself the baddest bitch. But that's the true meaning behind it. It's to remove the seeming. It was created to remove the seeming off her face. And now the female community spends 2 point something billion dollars a year
On cum blockers.
not just cum blockers, false hair, makeup, beautician stuff, just to come out to get that piece of shit they call a piece of shit.
Aye.
Yes, really. And some of them, that thing is eating away their natural eyelashes.
Yeah,
Some of them, the
that's
false
why they
hair is
break it.
eating away their natural hair.
Yeah, it breaks. It breaks. Yeah, really. Yes, really. Look it up. It's there.
Yo.
Look it up. It's there.
Like, are you serious?
I would rather the female just embrace her natural self.
Bro, there is nothing more beautiful than a beautiful.
Just embrace it here.
You ever the smell? The smell of a natural woman.
Yeah, even
and the body, bro, is something that does something to me, bro. Like when I see it and just the scent of that, it does something to me, bro. Like there's nothing more beautiful than that. Get what I'm saying? But the fact that you don't like value yourself,
right?
You aim to let other people tell you about you. You got an artificial race studying you. Your doctor studies your anatomy. He knows more about your anatomy than you do. So therefore, if he knows more about your anatomy than you do, he knows how to break it down.
Right.
And make you sick and take you out of your element.
Right. Just my advice to females them is just love yourself, because the same man the same person where the man meet, you want him follow with your natural self. So when you take off all of this stuff there, he could actually see you for who you are. And if you don't love yourself, nobody not gonna love you like you.
Yo, it's crazy. My brother was telling me a story, and I think this shit is authentic. So it's funny as hell. Shorty, I guess she did plastic surgery and fixed herself up. There's nothing wrong with you want to be beautiful, by the way, ladies. So she did plastic surgery and fixed herself up. So she no longer looked the way she looked. So dude, I think they got married and they had a kid together. The kid came out ugly. And he ended up suing her. Saying that she lied to him because she was not the person she claimed to be. It's a real thing. That shit sound funny as hell, but it's a real thing. You get what I'm saying? There's somebody for everyone, dog.
Sure is. For
everyone. And I mean, I'm not the greatest of individuals to get advice from, but I would think you want your advice from a man if you're aiming to get a man, right? Who better to get advice from a man? But I can't speak for all men. Some men are particular. They like certain things. You know what I'm saying? But I love a natural woman that has balance, that knows herself. We all have flawed. We all have made mistakes, right? But it's not something to hold yourself to and beat yourself up and mentally break yourself down. Like you gotta, only you can elevate you. Only you can cure you. You've been with yourself longer than the person you're dating. You were in a relationship with you before anybody else came along. So master you. You know what I'm saying? Be great at being you. And once you find you, then go look for someone. And then you won't settle for an unfit, unbalanced man that's going to abuse you and just give you dick, and that's it. You'll find somebody that matches your characteristic, and you know he's going to value you and elevate you versus pissing on your flames. He's going to throw gas on it to make sure you're great, and you guys can grow together. There's everyone for someone. Some people are ratchet, and they deserve to have another ratchet. And they work in that chaos, but it's not for everybody.
True. Listen, before we wrap, I just got to say this. Is there anything else you want to say? Because I got something to say before we go.
I'm good. Get your thing on.
So, for all you females out there, that's gonna say we're hurt, and we are taught because somebody broke my heart. This is my comment to you guys. Don't make him treat you like a bag of weed, sweetie. Make him treat you like cocaine.
Yo, that's a great analogy. Yo, shit. Yo, yeah, hey, shit works. You know why? Niggas keep running back to the crack. Once you're addicted, you can't get enough. You keep coming back to get that high. So that was a great analogy, bro.
Make it treated like cocaine, baby. You in a bag of
once
weed.
The weed done and you eat up the shit, you gone.
You need to be treated like cocaine. You can't get enough of it. That nigga.
Say, yo, man, he looking for you in the he looking for you in the daytime with a flashlight. Yo, that's a great. Yo, write that down, bro. That's going on a shirt. Yo, that's going on a shirt. Yeah, that's going on a shirt. And for those of y'all that would like to be a part of the show, inbox Mentor Rolling on Facebook, IG, Twitter. For the Emancipation Show. Invoice Brooks, YouTube.
I can't make no post for 7 days. They restrict my account.
And look out for the brand new podcast coming with me and this man right here, Kells and Germs. Way I said.
Thank you again, Latasha.
I like your glasses.
For coming through.
You look nice over there, Latasha.
Yeah, only one there on it, but appreciate it. All right.
Hey, enough love to. Yo, we have mashed up our name, Bridget.
Letitia. Oh, I'm sorry. Letitia. Remember flag.
Yeah, don't cuss me out. Don't call me a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yo, hey.
Yo, tomorrow, if you got some free time, let's do one on rappers tomorrow. We're gonna cover this.
But every time I do a live, I leave the audience with something. Keep in mind, ladies, gentlemen, you have to fix you. You gotta hold yourself accountable. Or if you don't know how to hold yourself accountable, you gotta learn to be accountable. No one is aiming to get you. I mean, depends on the scenario, but within reality, no one is aiming to fuck you over or bring you down. Everything you think it and speak out your mouth, you attract to you. You manifest everything within your life. It has nothing to do with the next person. You're manifesting that. So change your frequency and the vibration of what you say out your mouth and watch your life change before your eyes.
Yes,
And be grateful.
Yes, my mosquito shirt to come in, my youth.
And be grateful. My youth, I'm not pay Jamaican, no mind, no mind.
Yo, yes, my mosquito shirt to come
Yo,
in.
that boy, yo, Bridget.
My mosquito shirt. Turn up, youth.
So keep in mind, your eyes only see as far as your feet takes you. Right? Don't attach yourself to anything, but absorb and listen to all things.
My mosquito shirt. Turn up, youth.
Man still wear mosquito, my youth.
Yo, my shirt. Turn up. Youth. Mad.
Yo, she say you're prep for Manhattanville.
Yes. Ready. Long time.
And what kind of man thing she talk about?
No, man.
You ready for long time too? I want them blood.
I look a mad nursing home used to work with Mr. Schwartz. See that boy there. Yo, my mosquito shirt. Mad still in my youth.
Yo, my youth. Yeah. You're on an American podcast. Nobody on this podcast speaks Jamaican, bro. I want to tell my youth.
Latisha, take care of yourself. Thanks for tuning in again, yeah? Mad.
Yo, peace. Later.
Yeah, man.